Well, this is so exciting. We are celebrating our 10th year of RicStar's camp, and actually their official name is the RicStar Winter Music Therapy Camp, which is a long name, and so as we've gone along, we've sort of shortened the name to RicStar's Camp.
Welcome back, welcome back.
But the camp began actually in 2003, just a few months after my son passed away at age 12. The RicStar came because he wanted to be a rock star when he grew up. We open up the doors to individuals of all ages and all kinds of disabilities. We don't turn anyone away, which is unusual for summer camps and certainly unusual for camps with disabilities who are accepted. And we also open it up to their siblings because we wanted siblings to have an opportunity to really enjoy an activity with their brothers and sisters.
Their siblings here year after year. They come and hang out with their brother or sister, or they volunteer in another group.
Yeah.
So they actually get all this great experience with these other kids and just get to have fun and kick back and not have it be such a formal atmosphere for them.
We got the beats and
Every year it's gotten bigger and better and greater. We've added more and more things. We now have dance for the campers so that people in wheelchairs can learn how to do the chicken dance and the YMCA, those kinds of things. So that when they go to family weddings and gatherings, they too, again, can be included. We have therapy dogs. Therapy dogs are there to help campers reduce stress, to help with socialization. Many campers who have disabilities, especially disabilities like autism, are afraid of dogs. And so we've been able to help with those kinds of things in a safe environment.
For me, it's been as a lasting legacy to our son, our incredible son, to see his name on everybody's t-shirt and what it's meant for a lot of families to have this type of opportunity to come to camp for several days and have fun with music.
me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Everybody now, geez, I don't care if I never get.
When you walk into this door, into these doors of this camp, of this place, all you see is joy.
Lauren started in music therapy when she was 8. She's 21 now. This was an opportunity for her to go and do her thing without Mom. So you started at camp?
Yeah.
And you loved it?
Yeah.
Yeah? And made a lot of friends?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've gone every year.
We came on a whim because we're from Muskegon. And being over 2 hours away, we just thought we would come and give something else a try because we were willing to try anything for Peyton. And we had a good time, and then the following year we came back for another try at it, and because we'd made friends, like Mackenzie here, who was just a little girl at the time.
We've had so much fun together, right, Peyton?
That's a yes. Yes,
Made a
fun.
lot of friends. We stay with a family from Lansing when we come now. A fellow camper.
Yes. That's how much we've made friends.
Here's the bridge.
So everything we do year is really designed to help not only celebrate individual abilities, but to foster inclusion, celebrate individuals' abilities and heighten self-esteem. There's so many things we do to make sure that this is a complete living experience for them while they're here. Certainly the music therapy is incredibly therapeutic that we do here. The campers make gains in social, emotional, and behavioral skills. That's really, really important. And that has grown again over the years.
When the music starts to play, something opens up in these individuals, in everybody's soul, and it's a very unique way of communicating with each other. So I, as a person who is not defined by my disability, really appreciates what I see and what I experience, because it really gives you a true glimpse of heaven.
I think one of the biggest things is just the campers growing up. Like, I think that's really
Yeah.
cool, and you see them develop and make friends, and they have all these camp friends they get to come and hang out and
Yeah, and we
play
had the
music with,
example
so.
of one camper who couldn't even walk in the doors when she started, and then we watched her gradually get better and better at doing things on her own, and she was actually motivated to stand here at camp, and now she basically, I think she kind of runs in the building.
Mm-hmm.
That year, Peyton was non-mobile as far as she could not stand or walk, and they were doing an activity downstairs with this scrunchy band. I'm not sure exactly what you call it, but and she stood up totally by herself for the first time, and it was just amazing. Just the relationships that have been built for acceptance of people of all abilities, and just the love that is built and created here, and it's just built for Peyton.
It's just really interesting to see how the kids have grown over the years and
Yeah.
how they've developed. And I mean, you see the smiles, and you see them like from 4 till 10, and they just grow, and it's really impressive to watch their development. And I mean, camp's clearly just a really big part of that.
I've seen so many gains from the variety of activities that they do, that she does at camp. So there are lots of different aspects that have resulted in huge benefits for her. So now that what she's learned here and what she's gained here is kind of translated into other areas, and we're out in the community all the time at music festivals, and we have lots of musician friends, and so it's what we do, isn't it? Music.
We came to rock. We came to rock. Now it's time. Tell everybody what we're all about. Tell everybody what we're all about. No need to shout. No need to shout. Never had a doubt. Never had a doubt. Jamming so hard that the power's going out. Jamming so hard that the power's going out.
But also for me too, I think is in seeing the growth, it's been great to see not just of the campers, but the staff and the volunteers. We've seen Buddy Ups grow up
Over and
literally
over.
in front of our eyes over 10 years, and to see their wonderful experiences they're having at camp and with individuals with special needs. It's been wonderful to see.
We provide the opportunity for parents to have a break, which is much needed and much appreciated, but that means we rely strongly on really, really good volunteer support in order to do that, so the campers have a safe experience as well as having fun. So we brought in teens without disabilities who buddy up with the campers. We even have a waiting list for that program, because what happens is actually the volunteers learn more than the campers do from that association, and they find out what this population can do. We dash stereotypes, deep-seated old stereotypes about disability and differences and how it's not a bad thing and it's not a thing to be afraid of or shameful. We had a dream when our son was born in 1990 and diagnosed with cerebral palsy that we would raise him to be all that he could be in light of all that we heard about what he would never become. We just kind of put that aside and said, well, we'll see. And at an early age, he was diagnosed with a gift for music. And so we nurtured that gift throughout his life. And at the end of his life, he was actually composing music through music therapy courses at Michigan State University. So when he passed away, we thought, what would Eric want us to do to honor his life and legacy? And we knew that in addition to his family and friends, music was the most important thing in his world.
Thank you for your leadership, dedication, and vision. You set out on an amazing journey in 2003, and you changed so many lives along the way. I never had the pleasure to meet Eric, but I think he would be proud of the legacy that you've created for him. We love you so very much. We're grateful beyond words. Thank you.
And we decided the best thing we could do, what he would want, was a summer camp where people could play music all day long. And that's how we began the Eric RicStar Winter Music Therapy Camp 10 years ago. And we are still going strong, and our hope is that we will continue to honor Eric's legacy in life for the next 10 years.